What up, guys? Today I wanted to check out the Persona event story, so let's do that. This is a Phantom Thief event story, so I'm prepared to lose all of my brain cells. So, you know, I guess I should deserve a goofy-ass event because I had to read the campaign chapters the other day, so, you know, that's awesome. Also, this looks pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. Surely we'll get a Delta, though. Also, it's not voiced, so I'm gonna get a lot of lines here. Also, I really like this layout. They got, like, the Persona type of layout. Anyways, next up, an update on the mysterious case of people suddenly falling unconscious. For the past few days, reports of these incidents have been coming in from all across the Ark. The number of victims continue to rise. According to eyewitnesses, the victims suddenly collapsed and lost consciousness without any warning signs, and many of them have yet to wake from their comas. Doctors have found no signs of physical trauma, poisoning, or any other obvious abnormalities. It appears as though only their consciousness are suddenly cut off, almost as if someone flipped a switch. The central government has stated that it is devoting all available resources to uncovering the cause of these incidents. But so far, no significant progress has been made. Also, the preview showed new versions of Anis and Neon. Why did they have the old versions now? Weird. Hey Rappy, pass me that soda, will you? Sure. Meanwhile, reports continue to come in from across the Ark of mysterious noises and unexplained voices, and sightings of the Black Monster. Authorities are also investigating whether these incidents are connected to the case. Rappy drops the soda bottle. Looks like my hand slipped. Next, let's hear what people on the street have to say. My friend suddenly just spaced out. It was like he was on some sort of drug. No, it was more like something had possessed him. Yeah, like something had taken hold of him. I think it was a shadow. It was right in front of me, but all I could make out was this blurry pitch black outline. I don't really remember what it looked like. I was too shaken up. You're scared? No. You're scared, aren't you? I said no. So you're scared. You too, Commander? Jeez, everyone's been freaking out over that lately. People just suddenly keel over and everyone starts panicking. Did you see it yourself? Yeah, I was in the Ark the day before yesterday. Luckily, there was a hospital nearby, so I took them there. You should be careful too, Commander. It could be something contagious. I can probably tank it. A mysterious infectious disease in an unclosed space? That sounds like the opening of a disaster movie. Give it about 28 days and won't all those people get back up and start attacking everyone? That doesn't scare me. Because you can just take them all out? Yeah, if Bullet works on them, there's nothing to be afraid of. Sure. Come on, Rappy, you're so cold. The whole point of that genre is that the person who was laughing and joking with you just moments ago suddenly turns. And you hesitate because you can't bring yourself to pull the trigger. What would you do if the commander got turned? Well... Rappy looks at me. Grah. I stagger towards her. Commander, that's not funny. Rappy. Rappy flinches, then slowly relaxes her body. I don't think I can do it. See? Even if he becomes one of the undead, Master's still Master. Deep down, he's still the same person. That's a weird way to put it. Come on, guys, enough with the gloomy talk. Let's just enjoy our time off. Yeah, that's a good idea. What a red flag, bro. They're gonna call me and be like, it's your problem now. After the three of them head to bed. Once again, we're bringing you an update on the ongoing string of unexplained loss of consciousness cases. The incidents. The TV is still reporting ominous news, so I turn it off. Several days later, oh, I got a break. At least for a little bit. Excuse me. Why'd you come in through there? Is there some reason I shouldn't use the door? I guess so. I was just expecting you to pop in through the floor or ceiling. Quincy is away at the moment, so I was unable to use the secret passages. Yeah, but still, I think last time you did come through the roof. Well, whatever. Phantom is in a full Phantom Thief mode, a mask and all. It seems I can't fool you after all. The truth is, everyone's already prepared. For what? What else? A Phantom Thief mission, naturally. Here we go. Phantom Thief? Indeed. Even on days when the Thieves of Justice are inactive, there are still reports of Phantom Thief sightings. At first, I dismissed it as mere coincidence, but... Phantom shows me her phone. It looks like someone posted on a forum saying they saw a Phantom Thief. The picture is pretty blurry. That's because it's a screenshot of a video. Phantom plays the video. The footage is dark and out of focus, it's hard to make out. But what looks like a silhouette of a person is leaping from one rooftop to another. Is that a Nikke? There's no way to know, however. Phantom pulls up a website. What matters is that there have been numerous sightings. This doesn't look good. Exactly, so... Phantom slips on her mask. I must determine whether this person is truly worthy of being a Phantom Thief. That night, on a rooftop in the Ark. We've been on a stakeout for 3 hours. 3 hours? No Phantom Thieves detected. I glance over at Phantom, who's calmly looking out over the Ark street at night. Don't worry, they'll appear soon enough. If the rumored Phantom Thief is genuine, there are only so many routes they can take. You got that right. The Ark may be big, but there are only so many routes you can take across the rooftops. We're right in the middle of them, so chances are... Huh? Is that Morgana or whatever? That's the name of the cat, right? Two suspicious looking figures land in front of us. That's a cat! Fuck! They're here. Huh? What the... Don't be alarmed. We're the Thieves of Don't move! This is the ACPU! Miranda steps forward and flashes her badge. Miranda... You're under arrest! Miranda, wait! You mean we're not arresting them? It's only been a day and they're already onto us? Are the cops here really that good? I agree, but this isn't the time for that. If we get caught, it'll be a pain. Let's run. Alright, let's go. With that, they take off at a run. God damn it, Miranda. In the blink of an eye, the two of them leap onto the rooftop of the building across from them. Come on, let's go after them. Stop right there. Like we're gonna stop just because he said so. Where to next, Mona? Sorry, give me a sec. This doesn't seem like a palace, so I need to check things out first. These guys are good. Wait, what about me? Am I also running or someone carrying me? This isn't their first rodeo. They certainly move like Phantom Thieves. Still, they don't seem to know their way around. We're gonna get caught. Why don't you transform, Mona? For some reason, there aren't many cars around here. We just stand out even more. Looks like we don't have a choice. I guess so. I didn't want to have to use this way either. Don't hurt them. Got it. Persona. The mysterious Phantom Thieves leap onto the roof of a towering building, then vanish from sight in an instant. At that moment... But what the heck is that? A giant shadow shoots up from atop the building. A giant... yes, actually, I'd say it looks more like a Phantom Thief. The giant shadow swings its arm. At the same time... huh? Miranda abruptly stops running and turns to look in a completely different direction instead of at the shadow. What's that? Everyone watch out! Ah! She lunges at Quincy, grabs hold of her, and the two of them tumble across the ground. Racing in behind them, Phantom slows to avoid crashing into them. Hey, what was that for? I just saved you! You were in danger! Danger? I was totally fine. What? I could have sworn there was a giant missile coming right at you. What's with you? Did you suddenly lose it or something? We rush up to the rooftop, where the mysterious Phantom Thieves vanished. Ah, wow. They're already gone, along with the giant shadow. They got away. Quite right. But what's with that giant? It disappeared with the Phantom Thieves. Good question. I only caught a glimpse of it, but that giant looked like a Phantom Thief too. It's reasonable to assume they're connected. Don't you think those Phantom Thieves were kind of an odd pair? It was a talking cat. Come on guys, are we like pretending that's not happening? One of them was really tiny. I saw it with my own eyes, it was a cat. There's no way Miranda's this fucking sense of reason, guys. A cat? That's right, he had ears and a tail. His fur was really soft too, not as fluffy as Polly's though. What kind of cat talks and runs around on 2 feet? That just makes it even more suspicious. Yeah. My phone vibrates and I pull it out. I received a short message. Come right away. We detected D-waves. I rushed to the deputy chief's office. Hello, Anderson. So, D-waves. Yeah. There were several occurrences not long ago. I've marked the locations here. He hands me a tablet displaying a map of the Ark. Right in the middle of downtown. 5 blue circles are marked in the heart of downtown, with a 6th on the outskirts. Yes, we immediately dispatched nearby personnel, but they found no trace of it. Incidentally, there was a slight discrepancy in the timing of the D-waves. Anderson points to a spot on the outskirts. This one appeared a week ago, while the rest all appeared 2 days ago. D-waves are occurring at staggered intervals? Next, take a look at this. The map now shows red dots. What's this? These are the locations where monster sightings have been reported. The red dots are clustered around the D-wave locations marked in blue. We believe the 2 incidents are connected. So what they said on the news is true. We still don't know for sure. We've only received eyewitness reports, but there's no photographic or video evidence. For now, it's still just a ghost story. It could be a real monster, or it could be some kind of mass hallucination brought on by the D-waves. Keep every possibility on the table as you investigate. We still have a lot to learn about D-waves. Aye aye, Captain. The next day on the streets in the Ark. So you were assigned a mission of your own as well, Monsieur. Yeah, we have to find whoever or whatever it was that suddenly appeared. Or maybe it was, the talking cat, guys. Come on. Roger that. Let's start asking around. Yeah. Somehow, what started as last night's search for the Phantom Thieves turns into another mission, and now I'm working alongside Thieves of Justice. Excuse me, have you seen anyone suspicious? No. Anything suspicious? What the heck? You're the suspicious one? I am? Is she going to be okay? Instructor! Quincy taps me on the shoulder. Hey, isn't that a familiar face? Huh? I look in the direction Quincy is pointing and freeze. What's wrong? Oh. Phantom follows my gaze, then stiffens. Excuse me, have you seen anyone suspicious? Meanwhile, Miranda continues questioning people. Huh? What is that? Huh? Zookeeper? Hi. What catches our eye is a familiar Nikke. And a bear. Timmy got a new friend? Wait, is that even a bear? What brings you here, Zookeeper? It's been a while since I've seen you in the Ark this late. Well, it's because I'm on a mission. Well, it's really bright outside. What do you mean late? A mission? Yeah, we're looking for a suspicious person. Actually, no. Something suspicious. Oh, really? How's it going? Not too great? I stare at the bear. This is extremely suspicious. Leona, is that a bear next to you? Of course, can't you tell it's a bear? No. I start to argue back, but stop when I notice Timmy standing beside Leona. Roar. Timmy's a lion, right? Of course, anyone can tell just from looking at him. I see. Leona pets the bear. I found this little guy yesterday. I don't know how he got in here, but he was wandering around with his guardian. They didn't have anywhere to stay, so I took him in and have been looking after him. Hee, never thought I'd see a bear in the Ark. So, what are you up to now? Going for a walk, of course. I exchange glances with Phantom and Quincy. I nod. There's still so much we don't know about D-Waves. It wouldn't be all that surprising if it could summon some kind of bizarre animal. Look, this bear has a zipper! Don't unzip that. This is very bad. Okay. That bear can talk! That bear just talked! Did that bear just talk? But bears can talk? Wow, a talking bear! Guys, there was a talking cat yesterday. I feel like I'm gonna go crazy. That's incredible! Are you really a bear? You think there's someone inside? Like a mascot costume or something? My friend, I believe you're right. Yeah, I think so too. I wasn't expecting it to summon such a unique creature, though. Don't touch me! Yuki-chan, help! Huh? The bear struggles frantically. Don't move! You know, he looks like he wouldn't be able to get back up if he fell over. Ah! The sound of running footsteps draw closer. Just then, a girl comes running up. Teddy, are you okay? Yuki-chan. The girl calms down the bear before bowing her head to us. I apologize for the trouble. I'm surrounded by idiots. I apologize for the trouble. Hi, Yukiko. Any luck finding a place? Well, guess that didn't work out, huh? I told you could stay at the shelter. Leona, do you know her? You could say that. Oh, you must be the commander Leona-san mentioned. The girl named Yukiko bows in greeting. I'm Yukiko Amagi. I've been in Leona-san's care. Oh, hi. I apologize for causing such a commotion. We'll leave right... Hang on, can I ask you a few questions? Yukiko steals a glance at Leona to gauge her reaction. I trust them, so you can too. I guess. Maybe because of all of this commotion, I can feel eyes on us. Maybe because there's a big bear and Timmy? Let's go somewhere else. Then I'll leave you two to it. Oh, thank you so much. If it hadn't been for you, Leona-san, I don't know what I would have done. Don't mention it. I'll be at the shelter. If anything comes up, let me know. Well, it's nice to see Leona every once in a while. As we walk to a nearby park, Yukiko tells us what happened. Just as I thought, you were summoned here. Summoned? I mean, it seems you were suddenly brought here from your own world. Oh, right! Do you remember anything from when you were summoned? No, not exactly. It's just, when I came to, I was already here, on the streets in the Ark. You mean, with that bear? Wow, the buildings here are unbearably tall. Unbearably? Bro, come on, guys. You think so? There are even taller buildings over there. Really? That must be kinda unbearable. Wait, is that really a bear? Yes, you can call him Teddy. Okay. I'm very much a bear. That's right, you're a bear, Teddy. Oh my goodness. I feel a headache coming on and rub my temples. It's a Phantom Thief event, Commander. Come on, this has happened like 3 different times. For now, I'll set you up with the room at the outpost. I mean, at the base where I live. Just hang tight for a bit, I'll sort everything out and get you back to your own world. You mean I can go back? Yeah, but it's kind of complicated, and I'll explain later. No worries, you've been a huge help. I look forward to hearing the full explanation. Thank you. Don't mention it. Phantom approaches me. So, what do you intend to do? At least we've confirmed that someone was summoned here. Now we need to check the other locations and ask around there. Maybe we should split up. Wait! We'd like to help too. Huh? You're doing this to send us back, aren't you? If that's the case, please let us help. I look at Yukiko. I can't quite explain it, but I can see a strong, unwavering resolve in her dark eyes. Okay, you can come with us. I don't think we'll run into anything dangerous just yet. Thank you. And you don't have to be so formal. Okay. I look forward to working with you too. Let's work together and crack this case. Yes, what matters most is giving it your all. Leave it to me. I'm gonna fix this whole mess. Woohoo! Is he always this quick to make friends? Yeah, I'm sorry. It's okay. It should be around here. I checked the tablet Anderson gave me. Yukiko and Teddy weren't there either, so let's look around. Oh right, Yukiko, didn't you say you went to look for a place to stay a little while ago? Yeah, I didn't want to keep imposing on Leona-san, so I left Teddy with her for a little while and went looking around. I look at Teddy, who's chatting away with Miranda and Quincy. What's that? A churro stand! Their churros are delicious, and they're really famous. Oh, I want to try some. Can you eat churros? Of course, I could eat 100. Is it okay for him to go around talking like that? I think it'll be okay. As long as we don't seem too out of place. Yeah, okay. Besides, nobody really questioned us back in our world either. Sounds like it hasn't been easy. Yeah. Anyway, I didn't have any money, so I looked for a job that came with room and a board. But that didn't work out either. Still, I'm glad I got to meet you, Commander. At least now I know what's going on. Oh, right. Would it be okay if I contacted Leona-san? I'd like to let her know I found a place to stay. Sure. Let's go visit her with Teddy sometime. Okay, hehe. So we're investigating the area. Yeah, we need to start by gathering some information. Look over there, Monsieur. Huh? A girl stands in the middle of the park, staring blankly up at the sky. I don't think that's a Nikke. Her arms and legs are mechanical! Quite so. If a Nikke were in that state, a mind switch would be inevitable. Maybe she's one of the older Nikke models or something? I heard they used to look like that. A mind switch? Have you heard about us Nikkes? Oh yes, Leona-san told me she wasn't human. It's hard to believe, though. You can get summoned to another world, so what could possibly surprise you anymore? Sure. Anyway, the point is, we were human once. So even as Nikkes, we still have to look human. Otherwise, well, to put it simply, we'd end up with something like cognitive dissonance, and it'll really mess with our heads. We can't exactly have guns for arms, tanks threads for legs, or missiles firing out of our chests, you know, unless you're mecha shifty, that is. I'm not really sure what it means, but I get it, I think. As Quincy explains everything to Yukiko, I watch the girl. She starts staring up at the sky without blinking. I'm gonna go talk to her. Quincy walks over to her. Hey, I've seen you staring up at the sky for a while. Are you all by yourself? Oh, I'm Quincy, by the way. Yeah, got a sec to chat? There's something I want to ask you. I'm looking for my comrades. You are not among them. Heh, guess I failed. The way you put that was a little... I'll go try! Miranda strides up to her and holds out her badge. Excuse me, may I see your ID, please? She's a cop? At least for now. She's wearing a police uniform, you know. She's a phantom thief as well. That's a police uniform? But she's also a phantom thief? Say your name and affiliation! I am Aegis, the 7th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon of Seas. Rhonda looks at us looking like she's about to cry. I'll go. Phantom confidently approaches the girl. Hello, it's a pleasure to meet you. If you don't mind, would you care to join me somewhere quiet for a cup of tea? Excuse me, why are you all flirting with her like that? It's almost like you're hitting on her. Hitting on her? Yeah, it's like a summer tournament to see who can win over that pretty girl first. You think so? Now that you mention it, it does kind of seem that way. So, how's about this weather? Rather lovely, don't you think? The weather in this area appears to be artificial. Indeed, that is so. Do you like phantom thieves? Phantom keeps trying to talk to her, but the girl doesn't respond at all anymore. A while later, Phantom trudges back to the group. My apologies, I failed. That's okay, I couldn't even talk to her. Well, looks like it's your turn to step in, instructor. Wait, me? That's right, the commander's great at this sort of thing. Really? Then I have something to look forward to, Commander. Indeed, he has quite a way with women. Why? Yukiko cautiously takes a step back. It sounds weird if you put it like that. But hey, it's true. Regardless of what Phantom said, everyone else has failed, so it looks like I have no choice but to step in. But what should I say to her first? Oh no. Hi, there's something I want to tell you. Hey baby, I'm not saying the third one. Dude, there's something I want to tell. Hi, whatever, bro. The girl turns to look at me. Oh, I wanted to ask you something. The girl's eyes widen as she turns around, and then she takes a few quick steps before breaking into a run, heading straight towards me. Now hold on. It's a little embarrassing to say this myself, but it seems like my plan worked perfectly. Was that part of the plan? I suppose this was to be expected. Even so, it's pretty rare for someone to be won over by just a greeting. Rare doesn't mean impossible. You're amazing, Commander! I pull myself together. After all, this is only the beginning. The girl steps in front of me and looks up at me. I figure I should say something kind. Just as I'm about to do so, in a flash, she runs right past me. What on earth? She's coming this way! Wait, she's after Teddy? Don't tell me she thinks she's some kind of suspicious person? After running right past me, without warning, the girl grabs Yukiko's hand. What, me? Wait, I won the tournament? Haha, maybe it's because you didn't get any points deducted for just standing there. This is certainly not how I expected things to unfold. And Teddy approaches the girl clutching Yukiko's hand and studying her intently as Yukiko stands there completely flustered. What the fuck is happening? What's this I smell? Could you be... What? And you... a persona user? Use a persona? Persona? The girl, who introduces herself as Aegis, surprisingly allows Teddy to speak with her. Approximately 75 hours have elapsed since the reboot. This place, the buildings here are very similar to those in the place I came from, but I have determined that this is a different world. Yeah, that's probably the case. Did she just get grief by herself? Aegis looks at Teddy. Then you must also be a persona user since you recognized me. You got that right. Okay, but what's a persona? Well, come, Konohana Sakuya. Yukiko raises her hand and shouts. Then, I've never seen anything like it. This is a persona. To put it simply, it's like another version of me born from my mind. My persona lets me create fire, protect myself while I fight. What a persona can do varies from person to person. Paladin. Something else appears from behind Aegis' back. Hold on. I rub my temples as another headache starts to come on. Monsieur, it would seem the situation is more complicated than we thought. And these personas, they remind me of the giant we encountered last night while pursuing the phantom thieves. You're right. Miranda approaches Yukiko and studies her persona with fascination. Wow, it's so beautiful! Hehe, thank you. And Aegis' persona looks so cool! Personas are amazing! Thank you. You got a very good eye, Mira-chan. Personas are incredible. So all three of you can use this persona ability? Yes, that appears to be the case. There are differences in how our personas manifest and are summoned, but all three of us have awakened our personas and can use their power. Well, I think I figured out what everyone who was summoned here has in common. About us being summoned here, has anything like this happened before? Yes, many times. And let me start by explaining D-waves. D-waves? Yeah, as the name implies, they're a type of wave that... I give them a brief explanation of the gatekeeper who summons beings from other worlds, and the D-waves it creates. That must be what brought us here. Right, we still don't know exactly what D-waves are, but if we take out their source, the gatekeeper, you'll be able to return to your own world. Looks like we'll have to fight. If that's what it takes for us to return home, I'd like to help as well. I'll lend a paw too. There's a good chance we'll be heading into battle. Leave the rest to us, we're soldiers. Soldiers? I guess you do look the part. I am a weapon created to suppress shadows, beings that are hostile to humans. In other words, combat is my specialty. I'd very much like to help you. So you're like a Nikke. Nikke? Aegis looks at Phantom, Miranda, and Quincy in turn. Do you all have a mission too? You bet! Protect humanity and reclaim the surface. Then I believe we're alike. Got it, I'm counting on you too. Yukiko, who's been listening quietly, raises her hand. I'm fine too. I wouldn't say I'm used to it, but I've fought alongside my friends until now. I don't think I'll hold you back. Alright, but... if things get dangerous, follow my orders, especially if I tell you to fall back. That's an order. Okay, thank you, Commander. I'm very good at running away. God damn it. Understood, I'll leave command to you, Commander. Good, then for now... I told the three of them about the Phantom Thief who got away a while back. Let's start by tracking them down. Either way, I think they're connected to the D-waves. Either way? Either they were summoned like us, or... they're behind this whole incident. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Alright, what do we need to do? Just leave that to us. Only a Phantom Thief can take on another Phantom Thief. I like how they didn't change clothes, they just put on a mask. I guess Miranda changed clothes, 2 hours before the first person lost consciousness. In the back alley in the Ark. Hee. A man in filthy, tattered clothes staggers down the streets. It's all his fault. Yeah, if that damn commander hadn't shown up at Coin Rush, oh, it's this guy! It was the same thing at the Maid Cafe. Yeah, I could have gotten back on my feet. If it weren't for him. The man slips and falls face first into the mud. The man lies face down in the mud, as a lone spider crawls past him. Then, an invisible wave tears through him. Ugh. His body convulses violently. Sickening cracks and pops ring out from within him. What is this? My body, there's something inside. The convulsing stops and his body goes limp. A few moments later, with a gruesome tear, something that should never exist bursts out of his back. Ew. We return to the Ark with Yukiko, Teddy, and Aegis. I'm sorry I couldn't get you masks. Huh? I noticed you've been looking at mine for a while. Oh, I'm sorry, it wasn't on purpose. I just thought it looked kinda cool. Is that so? Then if today's mission is a success, I'll accept you as a temporary member of the Thieves of Justice. Me too! I want a cool mask too! Certainly. Does that include me? Of course! Why, you don't like it? What do the Thieves of Justice do? Naturally, we carry out Phantom Thief missions in the name of justice. After all, that's who we are. Phantom Thieves who fight for justice. Well, I guess there are people like Robin Hood. Okay, I get it. Soon, we arrive at the rooftop of the building where we met the Phantom Thieves yesterday. This is where we almost caught them. Do you think they'll come back? Just as Quincy said yesterday, the routes across the rooftops are limited. And Phantom Thieves and criminals always return to the scene of the crime. Without fail. That's right! There was a scene like that in a movie Che and I watched together. You know, like the bathhouse scene in 31 Jump Street. What kind of movies have you been watching? I heard about that from Yosuke. It's one of those everyone knows things, right? Now I'm very curious. Hehe, if you'd like, I can tell you more about the Phantom Thieves. Come on, tell me! Don't encourage her. Just then, two shadows land on the rooftop next to ours. You guys again! They're here. An ambush? You guys really want to catch us, huh? But we haven't done anything that'd get us arrested. It's not like we've done anything wrong. There is something I'd like to ask you. Where have you come from? We don't have to answer that, or... He's right! They're under no obligation to answer us. They have the right to remain silent. Fucking Miranda. The Phantom Thief in the metal mask looks at the cat-like figure. I didn't use my ability this time. Mona, maybe we should try talking to them. They don't look like enemies. We might be able to get some information from them. Fine. But if I think we're in danger, I'm finding us an escape route. Alright, I agree. Thanks to Miranda, it seems we've proven we mean no harm. Good job, Miranda. Really? Thank you! She's like, what did I even do? The Phantom Thief in the metal mask turns to face me. Can we talk for a minute? We don't want to hurt you. Alright, it looks like we both need information. Let's head somewhere else first. There's a cafe that's been helping us out, so... Just then, a dark shape shimmers into view behind the two Phantom Thieves, as though silently observing them. In the next instant, it lunges at the two as they stand locked in their standoff. Watch out! Sakuya! King Toki Doji, what the... As Yukiko and Teddy call out, fire and ice burst forth, freezing and burning the charging shadow. With an eerie shriek, the shadow dissipates into nothing. But fire pillars and chunks of ice appeared, and they were launched at the shadow. I recall explaining personas to you just a little while ago. Why does this surprise you? I never imagined it would look like this. It's like magic. Turns out we're not the only ones who are surprised. Personas? Those guys are persona users too? Silence falls over the area. Commander, I thought you said we were going somewhere else. Why has everyone gone quiet? They were just about to tell us about the cafe that's been helping them out. Right. Let's go. After calling a temporary truce with the mysterious Phantom Thieves, we agree to talk things over at their hideout. When we arrive... I'm sorry, Master. We're about to close. Oh! Do you know Miss Queen, Master? Huh? Ada's there to greet us. You two know each other? Yes, Miss Queen. This is my master. Master? Wait. I think she's getting the wrong idea. Are you like a regular at the Maid Cafe or something? Maid Cafe? Never heard of that bear for. But it looks like such a fun place, I'm getting all warm and fuzzy. Allow me to explain. Thank you, Aid, for doing the explaining. A short while later, after we settle into our seats inside the cafe, Aid brings over our drinks and fills us in. Not long ago, the two of them came by while I was closing the cafe for the day. They seemed to be going through something, so I invited them to stay in the guest rooms attached to the cafes for the time being. I still haven't heard the full story, though. How come? Aid looks at the two of them and smiles gently. I thought they'd tell me when the time was right, and... I understand what it's like to have something you'd rather not talk about. Yeah. I didn't realize. The girl called Queen bows her head. Thank you again for taking us in, even though we couldn't tell you much. Heh, you're very welcome. Aide gives us a polite bow. I'll be on my way then, please do carry on. Alright, I'll explain everything later. Wow, she's so warm and kind. Well then, the girl looks at me. Allow me to introduce myself. Nice to meet you, you can call me Queen. I was thinking this earlier too, that's an unusual name. It's a code name, we gotta protect our identities. I'm Mona. I'm Ren, nice to meet you. I know we got off on the wrong foot, but you don't seem like a bad person. I'm glad you think that way. I'm Phantom. These are my fellow Phantom thieves, Quincy and Miranda. Phantom looks at Yukiko, Teddy, and ages. It seems they're in a similar predicament to yours. I'm Yukiko Amagi, please call me Yukiko. I've been deliberating, and I'd love it if you called me Tedding. Deliberating, I think, right? Berating, what the heck? You may call me Aegis. Phantom, Quincy, Miranda, Yukiko, Teddy, and Aegis. It's nice to meet you all. Glad to meet you. Queen sits down on the sofa. You said you had something to ask me? Yeah. I sit across from her and take a sip of my coffee. Were you guys summoned? I mean, you suddenly ended up here from another world, right? Queen takes a sip of her coffee too. Yes, though I still can't quite believe it. You're telling me... The cat, sitting next to Queen, who introduced himself as Mona, nods along and helps himself to the snacks Aide put out for us. A talking cat? Unbelievable! I'm not a cat. Look who's talking, you're pretty weird looking yourself, yet you're acting like it's completely normal. I feel another headache coming on. Haha, I'm sure you're surprised, he does look like a cat after all. Even back in our world, beings like Mona are pretty rare. I see. Anyway, the three of you are in pretty much the same situation. You are all summoned to this world and, as you'd put it, you're all persona users? I briefly explained D-Waves to the two of them. Okay, I get it. So basically, if we defeat that gatekeeper thing, we can go back to our world? Then there's only one thing we need to do, take it down and go home. In theory, yeah. But first, we need to figure out exactly where it is. Right, so you don't know where it's hiding. Well, we've got to secure our route before we can reach the treasure ourselves. Yeah, you're right. Is there anything we can do to help pinpoint its location? We'd like to work together so we can go back to our own world. Thanks, there are a few things I'd like to ask. First, can you tell me about what happened when you were summoned here? Where you were and what was going on around you? Queen sets her coffee cup down. We were summoned 3 days ago. I don't remember exactly what we were doing before that. But when I came to, Mona and I were in an alley between some buildings. Then, we were attacked by what almost seemed to be shadows. They looked like the thing that attacked us earlier. They weren't particularly strong, but there were more of them than I expected. I could take them down with my persona, but they were a little different from the shadows I know. They were like shadows, but not quite. I still don't know exactly what they are. Anyway, when we ran into you yesterday, and today, we were out taking care of them. We figured there was a chance others like us had been summoned too, so we were investigating while we were at it. Hang on. As I listened to their stories, something doesn't add up, so I cut in. You were summoned 3 days ago? Yeah, it was definitely 3 days ago. Phantom. When was that Phantom Thief video you showed me filmed? It was taken 8 days ago. Phantom Thief? You're saying there are more Phantom Thieves here besides us? Yeah, before we met you, there had been a sighting of a Phantom Thief. We were tracking them down when we ran into you. Back then, I just assumed one of you was the person in that video. So the video was already circulating before we were summoned. Can you show it to me? Here. Phantom plays the video. It's definitely a shadowy figure, but their build doesn't match ours. It's gotta be someone else. Yeah, I see what you mean now. Right, so there's a third person involved. Right, so there's a third person involved. So, D-waves? Yeah. There were several occurrences not long ago. I've marked the locations here. He hands me a tablet displaying a map of the Ark. Right in the middle of downtown. 5 blue circles are marked in the heart of downtown, with a 6th on the outskirts. Yes, we immediately dispatched nearby personnel, but they found no trace of it. Incidentally, there was a slight discrepancy in the timing of the D-waves. Anderson points to a spot on the outskirts. This one appeared a week ago, while the rest all appeared 2 days ago. The first person was summoned a week ago? No wait, you said you only heard about it yesterday, so I guess that would make it 8 days ago? That's right, one other person was summoned here by the D-waves, and they arrived before you did. So the Phantom Thief in this video is the person who got summoned. I'm not sure. If it isn't you guys, then we're basically back to square one with the investigation. After listening quietly for a while, Yukiko speaks up. However, Yukiko turns on the TV with the remote. Just then, a news report about the recent cases of people falling unconscious comes on. According to what Leona-san told me, these incidents started about a week ago. Don't you think that's around the same time that person was summoned? It also appears to be connected to the location where the monster was sighted. You mean those things that look like shadows? Yes, from what I observed of the enemy Mona-san's group was fighting, it appears to differ from the shadows I'm familiar with. Its form and overall presence are similar, but there's something different about it. Yeah, I thought the same thing. They smell different too! Commander, have you ever heard anything like a shadow in this world? I mean, something like that monster from before. Not at all. We fight something called raptures. They're a kind of mechanical life form. In that case, this is the first time they've appeared in this world. If they started appearing around the same time as us Persona users, they might be connected to us somehow. We may be able to defeat them with our Personas. I've been wondering, what are these shadows like in your world? I understand they're your enemy, but what exactly are they? This might be a little complicated. Shadows are actually a lot like the persona I use. They're another version of yourself, in a way. Teddy and I both had parts of ourselves we'd been unconsciously suppressing that turned into shadows. But instead of rejecting them, we accepted them and they became personas. They're a little different from the shadow-like things in this world, though. Looks like the shadows we know are a little different from the ones Yukiko and the others know. Yeah, in our case, shadows are the rulers of palaces. They're beings born from the distorted desires of powerful individuals. They're not exactly another version of a person, but there are some similarities. My case is rather different. The shadows we fight appear during the dark hour, a space-time separate from the one we normally inhabit. They're extremely dangerous beings that devour the human mind. They do appear to share some similarities with the shadow-like beings in this world. So even though you're all Persona users, your personas work differently. Well, it's bugging me, but I don't think we need to worry about that right now. The real problem is those shadow-like things in this world. Right, if they're attacking people, we have to stop them no matter what. Maybe the D-waves changed them? That's definitely possible. Then why don't we call them D-shadows to differentiate them? Good point. If they're different from the shadows we know, we should probably call them something else. But if they're still shadows, only personas can defeat them. We may have to be on the front lines. If the D-waves have changed them, that might not be true anymore. We'll have to fight them first, analyze the battle data, and come up with a strategy. That sounds good. Can we pause for a second? While we're talking, Queen absentmindedly lines up 4 sugar cubes in a row. Before we go looking for the gatekeeper, it feels like there are too many issues tangled together. Let me sort out exactly what's happening first. Be my guest. First, the 5 of us were summoned here to the Ark 3 days ago. 5 days before that, someone else was summoned. That brings the total number of people summoned to the Ark to 6. Since that person isn't any of us, they're most likely the remaining Phantom Thief. Then there's the mass loss of consciousness and the D-shadows, which are different from the shadows we know. Altogether, that's 4 incidents that have occurred since the D-waves began, with the D-shadows being the most recent. Oh, that's very easy to understand. That's right, you're very smart. Naturally, Queen's the strategist of the Phantom Thieves. Strategist? I ought to consider recruiting one for the Thieves of Justice as well. Aegis, who has been listening to the discussion, speaks up. From my perspective, the 3rd and 4th incidents, the loss of consciousness cases and the D-shadows are highly likely to be connected. Aegis places the 3rd sugar cube on top of the 4th. The shadows I fought attacked people, and those they attacked became completely listless. The loss of consciousness cases are very similar. That leads me to believe the people who lost consciousness may have been attacked by D-shadows. Yukiko points to the 1st sugar cube. I can't stop thinking about the first person who was summoned here. They could be one of us. But I also wonder if they might be connected to the D-shadows, or even be another Phantom Thief. It might be worth looking for them while we take down the D-shadows. Yeah, if it's a Persona user you know, they'll probably want to join us as soon as they can. I think we've got everything sorted out. I finished my now cold coffee. To protect the Ark, I need to find the source of the D-waves and defeat the Gatekeeper. It might be hard to believe, but that's the only way for you to get back to your own world. I trust you, Commander. If we're both trying to take down the Gatekeeper, there's no reason we can't work together. Mona takes my outstretched hand. Looking forward to working with you, Mona, Queen. Hee hee hee, you got a deal. Likewise, we still have a lot to learn about this world. I shake hands with Queen too. So, where should we start? Like I said, we're not familiar with this world, so we'd like you to take the lead. Just like when we were looking for you guys. I pull out the tablet Anderson gave me. Let's start by asking around. We arrive at the farthest location Deputy Chief Anderson gave us, where the first D-wave appeared, but there's nobody here. Figures, it's been 5 whole days. Teddy, you think you can find them? Sorry, Yuki-chan, this is too much for a little bear like me. Everything here smells completely unfamiliar. This is very hard. The sound of footsteps draw closer. Find anything? No, it's just a back alley covered in spider webs. I don't see any D-shadows. Well, that can't be helped. We'll have to check the security footage from the surrounding area. Ah! It's a monster! I heard a scream. It's that-a-way. Stay back! We follow the screams into a back alley. As we round the corner... Eee! We find a black shape, a D-shadow, attacking a man. Phantom Miranda! After getting shot, the D-shadow reels as if in pain. It's working! Your attacks are getting through! Woohoo! Meanwhile, Quincy rushes forward to save the man. The D-shadows appears to be taking damage from the Nikke's attacks. In that case, I'll join in. Aegis fires the weapon in her hand. Phantom and Miranda finish reloading, and Quincy joins them too. Moments later, the D-shadow collapses and dissipates. Yukiko checks on the civilian. Are you okay? Talk about timing. I popped down the moment you said that. Commander. Yeah? Just to confirm, it's not legal to fire guns in the middle of the city here, right? A siren draws closer. Of course not. The ACPU is here! You guys get out of here. I'll take care of it. I'll leave it to you. When Polly arrives on the scene, I explain that I'm on a secret mission. And even contact Deputy Chief Anderson, I barely managed to smooth things over after our shootout in broad daylight in the middle of the Ark. It's nighttime though, what? A short while later, I rejoin the group. Instructor, over here! Did everything work out? It wasn't easy, but yes. Commander, are you someone really important? You got everything sorted out so quickly. Hehe, I knew it. You call yourself a commander, but you're really the one calling all the shots. You go around ordering everyone. Wait on me, Bear Lees. Hahaha, Bear Lees? Teddy, I can't. The commander. This is bad. Yukiko won't stop laughing. Sorry, go on. Right, the commander's the one calling the shots. I wouldn't go that far. Well, for someone with that much power, he sure spends a lot of time getting his hands dirty. Somehow, I feel like trouble would still find him even if he put a do not disturb sign on his door. How does she know? Or how does he know? That's a guy, right? I think they were calling him he. While you were away, we engaged in further battles with D-Shadows. Did anyone get hurt? Any victims? No. However, there's one matter of concern. What is it? There were 12 more battles. You didn't fire your guns again, did you? Fortunately, there was no need for that. They dealt with them all using their personas. Really? Yes, it was like magic! Thanks, you guys really saved me. It's fine, they weren't that strong. Guess you really are used to fighting. If we weren't, you wouldn't have made a deal with us. Next time there's a battle, just watch us shine. I'm looking forward to it. For now, it would be best to return to the cafe. That's true, we should figure out what we're going to do next. And I'm getting pretty hungry too. Oh, Master! Huh? What's up? As soon as we reach the cafe, Aid comes running out. Are you alright? I heard there had been an accidental discharge in town today. Oh, I'm fine, nothing happened. I'm relieved to hear that. In that case, would you mind coming over here for a moment? The rest of you as well. Is something the matter? It's nothing, really. I prepared a little gift for you. Wait, isn't this the building where you're letting us stay? Yes, and... Aid looks at Yukiko and Aegis. I've prepared a few more rooms so everyone may stay here. As no outsiders are permitted inside this building, I hope you and the other ladies will make yourselves at home, Commander. Oh, like a hideout. Yes, precisely. I imagine you'll need somewhere to hold your tactical meetings. Thanks as always, Aid. Think nothing of it. If there's anything else I can help you with, please don't hesitate to ask. It needn't even be related to everyday matters. I'd be just as happy to assist with intelligence work or infiltration. You really thought of everything, Aid. You might actually have what it takes to be a phantom thief. Heh, it wouldn't be half bad to go soaring across the rooftops with us. A phantom thief? Aid looks at me as if asking for help. He meant more like an agent than a phantom thief. An agent? It's nothing at all, Mr. Mona. Instructor, check this out. Just then, Quincy walks over and hands me her phone. The news is playing. Breaking news. We've obtained the first footage of the monster, and we're bringing it to you exclusively. As you can see, the monster appears as a shapeless black mass, almost like a shadow. My apologies, we've just received another breaking update. Reports of monster sightings are pouring in from across the Ark. And we're also hearing that an increasing number of unconscious citizens are being found throughout the Ark. We have to do something. There wasn't anything in our deal about D-Shadows or people losing consciousness, but... Right, we can't just sit back and watch. We'll help you with this too. Yeah, we can't just sit back and do nothing either. I think Leona-san was worried about this too. Teddy, are you with us? Of course. They gave us a place to stay and kept our bellies full. It's time we repaid their favor. I am a weapon created to eliminate shadows, even if I'm in another world. Even if these are merely beings similar to shadows, that does not change my purpose. I will help resolve this incident. Thanks, guys. Let's get going. Several days later. We're back! We're back! Good work, everyone. Aid welcomes us back after our Phantom Thief missions. You stayed after work to wait for us? Tidying up took a little longer than expected today. I've prepared some light refreshments for you, so please help yourself. Thanks, as always, I'm so glad I get to enjoy your delicious cooking. You're very welcome. Age steps a little closer. How are things coming along? We haven't really run into any major problems. But it just never ends. Right? These D-shadows, you can take down as many as you want, but they just keep coming. And it feels like the damage keeps getting worse. Their numbers are steadily increasing. We cannot hope to deal with them alone. The fact that we cannot freely use our firearms in the heart of the Ark puts us at a grave disadvantage. The central government is considering declaring a state of emergency. But with the D-waves involved, they probably won't. Even so, we're not going to give up. That said, it doesn't seem like anything useful turned up in the security footage. Yep, we went through everything and still came up empty. If they had a distinctive look like Teddy or Mona, that'd be one thing. But if they're just an ordinary person, there's no way to tell them apart. Still, the only lead we have right now is the first person who was summoned. Commander, didn't you say you had a plan? I had the Protocol Squad look into it for now. Protocol Squad? They're a squad that specializes in intelligence gathering. I asked them to cross-reference the people in the security footage against everyone in the Ark. And find anyone who isn't in our database. You can even do that? You really do know a lot of people. So you're checking everyone. It's a simple but reliable method. Yeah, but if this doesn't get us anywhere, we'll have to come up with another plan. For now, let's focus on keeping the D-shadows at bay. Just then. Huh? Mona and Teddy both look up at the same time. Looks like you sensed it too. I think I picked up on something. What's going on? I just got a bad feeling. Anyone beside me and Teddy pick up on it? Seeing us all shake our heads, Mona holds out a hand. Let me see the map. Here. Mona takes the tablet and checks the map. Let's see, if we're here, then it should be around here. Mona points to a spot on the map. Somewhere on the outskirts of the Ark. I think it's coming from that way. What's around there? Queen looks at the map. Isn't that the place with the tall partition? I saw it once before. Yeah, it's called the Outer Rim. A sense of foreboding suddenly washes over me. Let's head over there first, I'll explain on the way. A short while later, we arrive at the Outer Rim partition. And then... What's all this? Spiderwebs? They seem a bit... The Outer Rim partition is covered in what looks like spiderwebs. Those aren't ordinary spiderwebs. They're huge, and the strands are thick enough to see. I'm getting that same feeling I told you about. It's coming from here. Everyone, step back for a second. Once everyone is backed away, I nod to Phantom, Miranda, and Quincy. Ah! The webs are slightly damaged by the barrage, but... Before the Nikkes can even finish reloading, they regenerate and return to their original state. That startled me. Oh, sorry, I should have warned you. I'm sorry, I'm still not used to the sound of gunfire, but since we're fighting together, I'll do my best to get used to it. Okay, I'll help too. Queen takes a step closer. Commander, would it be alright if I borrowed a gun next time too? Of course, it's, I start to answer, then stop myself. Wait, Queen, you're not a soldier, right? I'm not sure I should give a gun to a civilian who's never used one before. Actually, I normally carry a gun with me. It's a model gun, which means I can't use it as a weapon in this world, so I've just been keeping it stored away. What do you mean? In our battles, model guns work just like real guns. Right, so we try to handle them as if they're real guns. Still, a real gun is a lot more dangerous than a model one. Besides, you can fight just fine with your persona. That's true, but if I could use a gun, it'd be easier to coordinate with the Nikkes. Yeah, I'd feel the same way. If only I could have fought alongside them without hesitating. What's the big deal? They might not technically be soldiers, but from what I've seen lately, they all know their way around a fight. And if they don't, I'll teach them. Now, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it right. Do it right? Training and practice. More specifically, the mindset you need when handling a gun, I suppose. Anyway, I know someone who'd be a good fit. I'll go back and set something up. So it's training then. Thanks, Commander. I'll do my best. Alright, then I'll give it everything I've got. Just make sure you teach me the differences between a model gun and the real thing. I'll do my very best too. You can thank me later. It won't be easy. You're being such a big meanie, Commander, but I know you'd never threaten anyone like that. I believe learning the Nikke's combat techniques would be highly effective. If you would introduce me to them, I would like to undergo the training as well. Well, when in Rome, right? I'm looking forward to the training, but I'm counting on you too, Quincy. I don't really need any training, though. Well, of course, you're an excellent shot. Well, this is a pleasant atmosphere. Long time no see. You. Ha ha ha. Judging by your reaction, I take it you recognize me. Even in this form. You're the one behind this? You could say that. Someone, or rather, something, gave me another chance. The man raises his hands and the spiderwebs cover the partition even more densely. Remarkable, isn't it? This is my new power. The man points at me and the surrounding spiderwebs come hurling towards me like harpoons. Joanna! Oh, what's this? An attack from Queen's persona instantly wipes out the advancing spiderwebs. For now, I'll fight the way I always have. Commander, your orders? Yeah, go ahead. I slowly lower myself and back away. Ha 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 ha, hiding behind your girls, are we? It seems I overestimated you. Another strand of webbing flies straight at me. If I want to take down a villain, I've got to team up with my comrades. Quincy! Here we go! Phantom and Miranda lay down suppressive fire as Queen and the others summoned their personas to keep him occupied. Meanwhile, Quincy helps me retreat. A villain? The man comes to a stop and looks at his twisted hands. A villain, you say? He suddenly stopped. What do you suggest we do, monsieur? Hold your fire, stay alert and keep your distance. No, blow his shit smooth off! Understood. Got it. Even as we back away, the man keeps staring down at his hands. Very well, I'll play the part of the villain. Thick strands of web descend from above as his body begins to rise. So you're running away? Ha 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 ha, you could say that for now. If we fought right now, the odds wouldn't be in my favor. Your Nikkes are one thing, but those individuals with their unusual powers are simply too unpredictable. As you know, I tend to be rather cautious. I glance over to see that the rest of the group has already summoned their personas and taken up battle positions. I'll give you 2 weeks. 2 weeks? That's how long it'll take for my webs to spread across the entire arc. Haha, life has a way of turning things around, doesn't it? I once resented you, but now I'm quite grateful. It's thanks to you that I gained this power. Consider this my way of repaying the favor. Well then, I'll see you again in 2 weeks. The man gives a theatrical bow. Until then, I hope you enjoy your time with my shadows. In my arc. With that, he vanishes along with the spiderwebs hanging in midair. What the heck was that? That big grin of his really creeped me out. Yeah, he had some weird powers, but he didn't seem like a persona user. Yeah, if anything, he seemed more like a shadow. I slowly approach the partition. The grotesquely writhing webs seem much tougher and denser than before. Do you think he was the first person summoned? I don't think so. He was an Ark resident from the start. Though it does seem like the D-Waves have affected him somehow. I don't know what happened between you and him. Queen flexes her hands, her expression grim. But it seems he's the one behind all this. I'll have to start by making a report. I look up at the partition covered in spider webs. I can't just let this slide anymore. Understood. As I turn away, I think I hear the man's laughter coming from the other side of the partition. Persona on Frontline to be continued. Interesting. That's actually so hilarious that this is the coin rush guy. That's so silly, bro. He like turned into some weird spider guy. He was trying to shoot spider webs at me, bro. What the hell? Is this because the new Spider-Man movie just came out? Shift Up's trying to cash in on the hype? What the heck? That's so silly. Let's see. Also, I think it's fucking hilarious that like Yukiko and Makoto came with like their goofy partners, right? And then Aegis just like got dropped off by herself. She's just in the middle of everything by herself. Like, that's so silly. What the heck? And also, the event was showing like Yukiko first, and like a bunch of stuff with her, and like she's the first person we can use in the minigame, but they had Makoto release first. That's kind of weird, no? I guess realistically it doesn't really matter who releases first for these like collabs and stuff, right? But I mean, still, that is kind of interesting, I suppose. Okay, I mean, so far this is kind of nice. We saw Leona and stuff, but yeah, we haven't seen Ninja Delta yet, though. What the heck, man? Are they really not going to use Delta here? That's kind of rude, don't you think? She's a Phantom Thief. What the heck? Also, the gacha skin for Phantom, I mean, that looks like a Persona, no? Is she going to get a Persona thing in the event? Yeah, look at that. Like, this is basically a Persona thing, no? I mean, that means the shadow thingy is going to do something to her, right? I mean, that would only make sense. Yeah, because all the gacha skins appeared in the event. The Phantom one, not the Phantom, what am I talking about? The Masked one was what Masked was wearing in the cafe in the Licorice Recoil event. And then the Killer Wife one, D was wearing that while we were like running around in the mansion, right? So that means that has to be like a Persona thingy. She's probably gonna get a Persona thingy then for part 2 of the event, Phantom. And then that's probably what's gonna be used to beat the fuck out of the other guy. Though, I mean, she's probably not gonna keep it when the event goes away, right? That's probably not how it's supposed to work, but I mean, I guess we'll see. Okay, I mean, this was a fine part 1. I enjoyed it, and the goofy ass scenes with the bear guy and the cat, right? Morgana is her name. Interesting that they're just using like aliases, I guess, but I mean, I guess that's kind of their thing, so I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. Alright, well, that was pretty long and not voiced, so unfortunate. At this point, I think the collabs being voiced was kind of a fluke for the Stellar Blade collab. They're probably not going to do that ever again. Probably, I mean, we'll see, right? Anyways, I think that's enough rambling from me. Let me know what you guys think about part 1 of the Persona event story. Also, if you want to support the channel, subscribing and sharing is very appreciated. And I'll catch you guys later.